Good morning, sweet Facebook friends. Fall is here. It is October, so look what I've got on today. One of my followers made this for me. Isn't it beautiful? It's got pumpkins and cats and all kind of pretty stuff on it. And I'm wearing it, and then y'all sent me these little fall earrings. So I just feel so special this morning. So, and because I feel so special, and it is fall, and the leaves are falling, and I'm so excited. I love fall. I love it. But anyway, let's make some pumpkin bread. Now, you people who don't like pumpkin, you're going to like this pumpkin bread. It's going to be good, y'all. Let's get started. I'm going to turn this around so you can see what we're doing this morning. I've got our oven set on 350 is what it calls for, 350. And I had some leftover pies, so I've got those in here. I'm going to heat them back up. I may eat one while it's in there. I like to heat them up if I'm doing leftovers in the oven, because I'm going to tell you, that microwave makes bread items tough. I don't know. Okay, so what we've got today to do to make this pumpkin bread, we're going to do 3 things and set each one aside, then mix it all together and put it in our pan. Okay, so it's not hard. It's just that we're going to have to mix it together. All right, step 1. We're going to blend 8 ounces of cream cheese. And you people who don't like cream cheese, you're going to like it in this. We're going to blend that with 1/4 cup of sugar. So let's go over there and get that. I already got it measured out. This is 1/4 cup of sugar. I'll just put it in this little thing right. Well, I'll just leave it in that. That'd be fine. And 1 egg lightly beaten. And so look what I've got. I've got to move y'all back around, didn't I? Sorry. Look what a friend brought me. Actually, 2 friends brought me this. And you know, you can leave your yard eggs out if you want to. You do not have to put them in the refrigerator. But if you ever do put them in the refrigerator, then you got to keep them in there. I chose the one that looked green. All right, so lightly beaten. So I cracked it. I'm going to put it in a bowl. Oh, it looks beautiful. You know, these yard eggs are so rich and good. Lightly beaten. Uh-oh, I got a shell in it. Wait a minute. There we go. All right, that's lightly. Wouldn't y'all consider that lightly beaten? All right, so let's get our cream cheese and put it over here in our mixer. And I'm going to sit y'all over here in the window. You like to sit in the window? All right, there we go. So let's get our cream cheese out. We're going to put it in our mixer. It said to have it kind of room temperature, so I've got that. It's soft. And I'm going to put my 1/4 cup of sugar in there. And I'm going to put my slightly beaten egg in there. Now that was easy enough, wasn't it? Now I'm not going to turn this thing on full blast and blow it all over me like I did last time. I'm going to be gentle. All right, let that go around just a little bit. We're going to blend that up some. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to go to step 2. Come back to the chopping block with me, my friend. All right, here we go. Now, that was easy. That was easy. We could do that. That was easy. Now, step 2. We are going to combine 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose white lily flour. So I'm going to go over here to my little canisters that I keep mine in. And I'm going to get 1 1/4 cup. Wait a minute, let me look again. 1 3/4 cups, sorry about that, of all-purpose. Now, I know this one is the all-purpose, and here's why I know it. Because I keep one of those, I cut my white lily bag, that little circle out, and I put it in here. So I just put more flour in. It's probably on the bottom, so I don't know. But anyway, all right, here we go. All right, there's 1 cup. Put it in here. Now I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup. You turn it around on this side so I can see what I'm doing. 3/4 of a cup of the all-purpose flour. There we go. Got that. Let's see what else goes in our flour mixture. I'm going to get my pies out because I don't want them to burn. Sit them right here. All right. 1 1/2 cups of white sugar. Where's my sugar? Here it is. Over here. Glory me. I'm looking this morning. I've got a cup in there, so I'll just use it. Alright, there's 1 cup. And we'll need a 1/2 more cup. Let's see what this is. That's a 1/2 cup. I'm bad to leave my measurers in my thing over here, so. Alright, got that. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. It's gonna be good, y'all. I'm gonna make me some coffee to drink with my little pumpkin bread. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Pull this little thing off where I can get back in it. There we go. It's looking good, isn't it? Y'all can smell that good cinnamon, can't you? I know you can. And we've got to have 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Now let me tell you what. I looked up in this counter for that. I couldn't find it. I don't know where it was. So I called one neighbor. She didn't have any. I called the next neighbor, and she did have it. She's George's cousin. She lives next door. So she had some nutmeg, but she had to look for hers, and she finally found it. Well, on the way over to her house to get it, because I'm not going to town for 1/4 cup of nutmeg, I was fixing to substitute. I had some of that apple pie, that pumpkin spice, so I was going to use that instead. But she had it, so I took my little container, and I went down to her house, and I've already measured out 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm going to save that in case I have to borrow something from there. But anyway, when I was going out to the car to go over there, I had a bowl of one of my good bowls that I have, my Fiesta ware. I had that in my hand with some old potatoes that I just threw out in the yard for the birds or whoever wanted to eat it. Well, I set it on the back of the tailgate of the truck, and I want you to look what happened to it. It broke into, whoops, all these pieces. I saved it just so you could look at it. It was my blue bowl. I hate it, but anyway. Because I drove off and forgot that it was on the back of my truck, and it fell off in my driveway. So when I got back, I saw it. And I even told myself, I'm not going to forget this thing, but I did. I remember one time we lived in Linden, Alabama, and I had gone to get something in town, and I was trying to get my car door open, so I just set my purse on top of the truck. It was a soft type purse, so it just flopped right down on top of my truck. And I forgot, and I had my keys in my hand and everything, so I just take take off. I'm going down the road. Well, all these people were honking their horn and waving to me and and I was waving back. I thought, boy, I know a lot of folks. So look at all these people waving at me. And I'm just waving. Then I got home and realized what I had done. All right, so you put this in a different bowl, and here we go. There's that. I'm going to kind of mix it up so all my ingredients will get good before I put it over there with the other. Okay, next, we're going to do the last thing. So we've done step 1. Here's step 2. That was easy, wasn't it? Now we're going to combine a half a can of pumpkin. Now this is a 15-ounce can of pumpkin, 100% pure pumpkin. Like there, see? 100% pure pumpkin. And I need a bowl for that. I'm going to sit this one over here. Get this one right here. And I am going to get out 1/2 can of it. Now what you may want to do, if you're doing this, if you want to use the whole can, just go ahead and double your recipe and make 2 of these instead of 1. That's what I would do if I were you. All right, that looks about right. That's about 1/2 can of pumpkin. All right, we got that. And we're going to put in a 1/2 cup of melted butter. Let me put my butter in the microwave. I've got it in this bowl. I'm going to stick it in the microwave. And as I saw this bowl, I want you to look what's on the side of it, or the front of it. New York. I've had this bowl for probably, it says New York lunchroom. So if any of y'all know about the New York lunchroom, no telling how old this bowl is. I know I've had it for probably 30 years. And I didn't go to New York. It was part of my antiques. Let me put this over here in the microwave a minute. All right, and now to that butter we're going to put in here, we're going to have a slightly beaten egg. So we'll need another egg. I'll get a pretty brown one this time. You'll put it in there. Good old country eggs. I had 2 of them this morning for breakfast. I'm so thankful they gave them to me. All right, and a 1/3 cup of water. Let me get that real quick. Y'all just stay where you are. Hum a tune while I'm gone from you. That's what you can do. Let me get you some water, 1/3 of a cup. Microwave's finished. All right, there's our 1/3 cup of water. Let me get my butter. Woo! Hot, hot, hot. Somebody gave me 2 of those little cozies last week, and I didn't even think about using them for this, but that's probably too hot. But it is melting. I don't want it to cook my eggs, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up a little bit so that when I pour it in, it won't be so hot. All right, there's our egg. Okay, now we've done all 3. We've got that bowl with our mixture in it that has the cream cheese, white sugar, and egg. We've got this one right here that has 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose white lily flour, 1 1/2 cups of white sugar, 1 teaspoon of soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Then in this one, we got a 1/2 can of pumpkin, 1/2 stick of butter, 1 egg, and slightly beaten, and 1/3 cup of water. Now let's see how we're going to blend them all together. All right, we got our oven set at 350. All right, then I'm gonna turn this off. Well, I don't have to though. Y'all can watch that. I said a little slightly greased and flour, a 5 by 9 loaf pan. Let me do that. Let me get me some grease over here. I'm gonna grease that pan good. I'm just going to put some plain flour on it to flour it. All right, let me get over here to my sink and do this because I don't want to get it all over the place. And I know y'all are thinking of better ways for me to do it. And so be it. All right, I floured it. All right, we've done that. So let's see what's next. I got this recipe from Brenda Gantt, and she lives down the road. Well, actually, I got it from Hannah, because she's made it. We've all made it, but I can't find mine. Okay, here we go. We're going to grease that. We did it. Add flour mixture, which is this one, until moistened. Reserve 2 cups of the batter, pouring remaining batter into separate loaf pan. All right, so let me turn you off where I can get that organized. Okay, y'all, we're ready for the final step. So what we're going to do, we've got our pumpkin right here and our flour mixture right here. And so we're going to blend this until it's nice and blended. Let me get a spatula. We got to have all this goodie out of there, don't we? Okay, we're going to put that in here like this. And I'm going to blend it up with a spoon till it's all blended real good and kind of moistened. You could do this with your little electric mixer if you wanted to. It'd be fine to get it all blended. But I've only got one mixer. I don't have a little hand mixer. I don't own one. And so my other ingredients, see, were in that big mixer. So I'm just going to do it like this. It'll be fine. You know, a long time ago, when people cooked, they didn't have electric mixers, did they? They certainly didn't. All right, see, that's blending real good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pour half of this in that pan right there. We're going to pour half of it. So I'm getting my pan over here. Turn y'all down just a little bit where you can see really super good. All right, I'm going to pour half of it in. That looks about right. You can measure yours, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. So I'm gonna pour half of it in, and then what you do is this. You take this mixture that you mixed up over there, your cream cheese mixture, and you're gonna pour it over the top of that half a part, like this. You talking about good, this is gonna be delicious. What did I do with my spatula? Here it is over here. Okay, let's clean out this really good. We wanna get every little good drop, don't we? Like that. Okay, now I'm gonna take just a few Priester's pecans. These are the fancy half pieces, and I'm gonna sprinkle a few on this mixture that I've got right here. So this will be kind of in the center. I'm just gonna sprinkle just a few like that on the top. like this. All right, but don't want too many, just a little bit, okay? Now you take the rest of your batter and pour it over the top of that. I can feel that coffee coming right now. So I can have me some good coffee and some good pumpkin bread. Let me get my spatula. Oh, here it is. We want to get this thing cleaned out real good. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take the back of this spoon. Let me clean it out first. We want to get all that too, don't we? Okay, I'm going to just smear this around over the top. So you'll have your little bread mixture. I might have put too much in the bottom of mine. All right, now then, like that. Now what you do is this. This is called a swirl pumpkin bread. So you take a knife and you just stick it down in there and you swirl around just a little bit. You don't want to mix it. You're just swirling, okay? So you're going to have swirls in your bread. All right, that'll be enough. That cream cheese is going to be swirled in there. There you go. Now I'm going to put it on to cook at 350. That'll be a little extra at the side. I'll eat it. I'm going to put it in my oven. I'm going to put it on the middle shelf. And there she goes. And I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Well, let me see how many minutes of it's going to be. I'll be back with you in 70 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to be washing dishes. Do y'all see this over here? Look at this thing. I got a pile of dishes, so I fixed to get at it. And I'm going to save that bowl that I broke because I'm thinking about doing a craft with that. I mean, I might as well use it. I hate to let it go to waste. So get you some white lily plain flour, which is all-purpose, and some Preacher's pecans, and some cream cheese, and some other little ingredients, and y'all make you some pumpkin bread. I'll show you how it's going to look in a little bit, okay? Be back in a second. Okay, y'all, it is ready. Look at my head. Hey, look, I got all my area cleaned up over there. Aren't y'all proud of me? I washed me some dishes. So let's get this thing out of here. All right, I can see why they call it a kind of swirl it around. It looks swirled around, doesn't it? All right, so what they said to do now, and what we're going to do is I am going to let this just sit here and cool on this real thick hot pad. Look at that, how beautiful. See how it's swirled up? It looks pretty, doesn't it? I'm gonna make me some coffee, and in a little bit, we'll dump it out and hope it comes out good. And oh, it looks delicious. It's really a beautiful cake. I don't know why you couldn't do it, or bread. I don't know why you couldn't do it in little muffin tins and put a little paper over it, a little where you can see through, with a little ribbon, and give it to some people. It'd probably make at least a dozen or more little cupcakes. Little cupcakes would be good. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Let me put on the coffee, and then we'll have us a cup. All right, y'all. I think it's cool. And I'm going to take it. And I thought what I would do is take the spatula and gently just kind of, I don't want to tear it up if I can help it. It sure looks pretty. Like that. All right, now I'm going to see what I can do about dumping it out. Can y'all see? Let me get you down a little bit lower. Now then. Please come out. Yes, Lord, thank you. Let me turn it over. Boy, it sure looks good. Uh-oh, I tore the corner off of it accidentally. Guess I'll have to eat that part. I need it on something flat. Let me get this. I'll just get this chopping block because it's not going to cut well on that plate. It's not even going to do well. Let me put it on this. This is made out of a pine. Somebody they had a pine tree in their yard that I think it died. Anyway, boy, that looks really pretty. Got my coffee. So let me cut a piece. Yeah, I know y'all want to see the inside, don't you? I always like the end. I'm going to cut off this end because I've already messed up the corner of it. I accidentally. It's still a little on the warm side. But look. That's why it's called Swirl. See that? Doesn't that look pretty? Here's the other end of it. I think I put a little bit too much batter in the first layer. I should have not had it quite so much like that, but that's all right. All right, y'all, let's get a fork and try to see how it tastes. Let's see how it tastes. I'm gonna get me some of this white part. Well, it's kind of crumbly. It tastes like fall. It's real moist, and real good. When y'all make yours, don't put as much batter in the very bottom as I did. You can see how it's darker. See that part that's darker? Because the other wasn't mixed in with it good. I didn't quite, I should have had my white part down just a tad lower. But it still didn't mess up the taste of it. It tastes really good. The pecans are good and tender and crunchy all at the same time. Not dried out. I think you're gonna like it. I do. Come on in, Hannah. We'll have it. Come on in. We're having some cake. I made the pecan stuff. Would you like to taste my? Hannah just came in. Let me go. I'm gonna cut her a piece. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, y'all, listen, at the very last, I forgot to say this, so let me make sure I say this. We have the winners, all you ladies and gentlemen that gave money for the Cowboys for Kids, for abused and children. Well, we have the 4 winners, so let me announce them. All right, Carrie Austin from New Baden, Illinois. Arlene Scott from Kentucky. Deanna Smith from Siloam Spring, Arkansas, and Dorothea Holder from Ocala, Florida. Y'all are the lucky winners, so as soon as I can get my packages packed up, I'll go to the post office and send y'all your gifts, and I'm so thankful to. So listen, if y'all know these people, make sure you call them or text them or something and say, get on that thing and see Miss Brenda announce y'all's names because y'all won a prize. All right. Make your coffee, enjoy your pumpkin bread, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.